What's up, y'all? Advance here. So, for the last couple of days, the internet has been ablaze with this woman in the, complaining about her date taking her to Cheesecake Factory, right? So listen, she proceeded to say, we are at the Cheesecake Factory. Let's dude get out of the car, right? Get out of the car, walks around the car to go to open her door. She locks the door. Mind you, this is his car. She locked him out of his own car. And she's like, I'm not getting out of this car. I'm not getting out of this car. So he says, all right, so what's the deal? And she's like, yeah, well, I feel as though that this restaurant is below me. Is basically what she said. She is above going to Cheesecake Factory because Cheesecake Factory is a chain restaurant. Listen, I take my girl to Cheesecake Factory all the fucking time. Shit, she suggests it. And talking about like Cheesecake Factory like it's a slouch. First, like, look, we get dressed up to go to Cheesecake Factory. Like, it got a little hood over the. I'm talking about the clientele, not the service, right? But like some of those dishes in there be like good as shit. They got like the menus all printed up professionally and everything. What's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? Man, but this woman is clearly entitled, and what's even crazier is that it's women looking at this woman like, sis, you crazy, like you doing too much. Stop. And there's Bougie, and then there's this woman. Like, because, like, how are you? Like, listen, ever since Beyonce dropped Lemonade, or what was that song? Formation. Ever since she dropped Formation, all of a sudden everybody had this thing against chain restaurants. Look, Red Lobster still got some good ass biscuits. I'm just saying. But yeah, like they made it seem like it was just something bad. All right, so like what you want to go to Guy Fieri's? Guess what? Guy Fieri's is a chain restaurant. Like, and so for context, what happened was the dude showed up to pick her up. First of all, she took an hour to get ready. She didn't invite him in because she didn't feel comfortable inviting somebody that she had just met into her house. That's fair. That's fair. You can take that. But to make dude sit in his car for a whole hour while you take your sweet ass time getting ready, it was it's stupid. It's entitlement. Like, no, the world does not owe you a goddamn thing. But proceeding on. Moving on. I said that 3 times. But so he then says, all right, well, I had reservations at a better restaurant, but we had to be there exactly at the time of the reservation, otherwise we would lose it. Now, this is true, because there are some restaurants where you need a reservation to get in, and you need to be prompt for the reservation. Otherwise, you lose it. Why? Because they have a high demand. Guess what? If you don't make your reservation, somebody slides up. The person behind them slides up, and then they pull somebody off the waiting list to replace the person that slid up. So, yeah. Like, so dude had it planned to take her to a special restaurant, but she felt like, and see, the thing is that sometimes women will get like this. Some women will get like this, and they'll be like, well, my time is my time, and I'm going to move. They're going to move when I move, and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm the boss. The world revolves around me. And this was a case where that came back to bite her in the ass, because the restaurant that she wanted to go to, because he showed her where he was going to take her, and she said, oh, we should have went there. Is there another restaurant like that? He was like, no, I'm not going to no other restaurant. Then furthermore, to embarrass him by putting it online on she went live while all of this was happening, and she was saying like, all right, and he said, listen, so I got boundaries. I tried to explain the situation. How about we just go ahead and just wrap this up? I'm gonna take you home. Then that's when she started backtracking and saying, okay, maybe I was being a little bit difficult, but not long before that, he told her that she was being difficult, and she said, I don't think I'm being difficult. But once he cut the shit and was like, you know what, I'm not dealing with this. And then she was like, okay, so what's the compromise? And I'm like, wow, I'm not even there. And I'm like, listen, Cheesecake Factory was the compromise. Like the plan A was fucked because you fucked it into the ground. So this is plan B. Like she was like, don't you have time? Don't you can't you call somewhere else and get a reservation? No. Why would I do that? Yeah. So and now like the video ends with her just sitting there with the dick look on her face, like. And at first, when he said, all right, I'm just gonna take you home, she was like, oh no, he didn't. Like, no, like we don't like. Listen, no person's time is more important than the others. You know. So you have that, like we are, like all men are created equal. Okay, granted, we are different in some aspects, but on a respect level, it's gotta be fair across the board. Like. Yeah, she damn near expected this man to grovel towards her, talking about a woman who looks like this should not be taken to Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, all right, and listen, so my girl does her makeup kind of similar to how the woman does hers, you know, but yeah, it's like smooth face when she gets dressed up and want to go out, like she does that and everything, and yeah, so. She looked good. She looked good. And she will look good to go to Cheesecake Factory. I'm just saying. But the fact of the matter is that, like, to be that full of yourself, you know, to not, to think you're above going into Cheesecake Factory. And in the end, it ended up coming back to biting her in the ass, because guess what? You ass didn't go nowhere. I mean, you know, there were some worse options if you didn't like going to Cheesecake Factory, you know. So, but anyway, fact of the matter is, stop being difficult. Stop being, don't be like this woman. This is not yeah.